Hey, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. In this video, we are going to be installing a microwave in a cabinet that we are building because ours broke. So, already took the cabinet out that was there because our microwave sticks out a lot further. And so here you can see kind of what we did. This is our top rail, which everything connects to. So like these cabinets, and these are sticking out a little bit, as you can see here. And that's going on because of the way this blind is attached, and I'm gonna fix that because I figured out how I can attach those blinds a little closer to the window. So anyway, you just gotta roll with stuff, right? So let's jump in the garage and I'll show you what I'm working on or where I'm at on that cabinet. Here is our new microwave and the cabinet that I've built. This is 1/2-inch ply, which is what I did my uppers in. No fancy rabbet joints and all that stuff. Let me show you what I did in the old one. So this is the old one. You can see how skinny it is. And we had a tiny little microwave in there that we just kind of jammed in and made work. But eventually it fell out. And you can see I did rabbet joints there, which are a little bit stronger. Definitely more surface area in that little corner notch out, but I built these so fast. I just rushed through them. Tell you what, it is really nice taking my time on this, sanding everything down, making it look nice. It's been actually really enjoyable to work on it. So let's talk about this microwave here a little bit too. This is a microwave, air fryer, and convection oven, so we can bake in it. We've got a rack to hold stuff on, so we can bake cakes, pizzas, and just microwave stuff too. Pretty excited about that. Let's show you that. So you can see the back part of the microwave here. It's got this heating element and fan and all that kind of stuff like a oven would, or a toaster oven or something. So what I'm thinking about is actually cutting some holes in the bottom here and then cutting some holes on the top here to let some air flow up into the bus ceiling area for a little bit of natural ventilation, as well as some air can come out this way. Ideally, we should maybe have a main vent that goes out to the atmosphere, out the bus. This would be preparing us to do that. I'm just not there yet. So this is just kind of interim solution. But really excited for this to be in there. So here is the old cabinet compared to the new cabinet. So the new one is gonna be sticking out a lot farther than the old one was. Well, this is why we test fit things, right? What I didn't really think about was how this light was gonna interact with it. And I'm really not thinking this needs to be this far in. I was looking at the feet here. What if I build it so it sticks out like this, which I think is actually pretty more normal. And we just have the feet and build a little lip here, and maybe even, you know, let's do it to even right there. So that's a pretty big lip. This thing would have to hop over to get out of there. But that would allow me to cut this down so it's not sticking out quite so far. Because right now it is out very far. So I think that's my plan. I'm gonna see how far this needs to be in there, and then I'm gonna just cut that. I'm gonna put the whole thing on the table saw and just cut it down. All right, a little further along here. So we cut this down, and now that light there isn't being obscured quite as much. My lens is a little blurry or streaky, please forgive me. We don't have quite as much overhang here. I think this is a little bit more doable. the door can open and it doesn't hit the cabinet at all. I think that's one reason why you always want to plan to have the microwave overhang a little bit so that the door doesn't hit anything. The other thing I'm doing, and actually as it looks, if I really wanted to, I could cut this down even a tick more, but I think I might just leave some extra room back there for everything to breathe. The other thing I'm doing is marking where this cabinet meets this trim, and I'm going to put a little 1/8 or 1/4 inch thick of oak veneer around this, and then just to finish it off, because everything else is oak, and obviously this is pine, but I didn't have 1/2 inch pine, and like I said, I did everything else in 1/2 inch, and I didn't really have room to do 3/4 around here because look at how small those gaps are. The other thing I need to do is add an outlet back there. Need to do that, and I'm going to run that on a separate circuit. Before, when we had been running all of this, sometimes we would blow a breaker trying to cook breakfast. So that is what we're doing. Hey, how are you doing? Good. All right, here's the finished cabinet. Like everything else we do, same stain finish. This is kind of interesting the way this ended up working out, where this trim piece is kind of just sitting here. But I really like the way the rest of it turned out. But we got into some trouble in the bus. Let me show you what we're doing there. As you can see here, we destroyed the kitchen, but always to make it better. So it took down all the cabinets that were there, and that's what's behind it. I had this piece of 3/4 inch pine ply as a spacer to space out for these blinds here, and we were using these mounts, and the way they mount is like this, right? And you can see how they end up pushing out, so I needed some more space there for it. But when I was doing things in the back bedroom, I found out really all you need is this part here, the part I'm holding. The other part over here, you can just cut that off. So there's a mounting, there's a hole right here. That's the only one you need. You can mount right through there, and this mechanism works just fine. And these are the IKEA cellular blinds. I put some paper towel around the springs here to keep them from vibrating when we're going down the road. Otherwise they were loud and obnoxious. I have a video on that, but maybe you haven't seen it. So I'm going to cut these down, remount everything, and that's going to give us a couple of extra inches and line up the other cabinets in line with those ones. So that'll be looking better. And I need to wire in an outlet right here. Well, not here, but have the wire run for it. All right, well, here is the finished enough product. We've got a nice microwave in here, convection oven, make birthday cakes, whatever we want. And it's not sticking out too far anymore. Doesn't look horrible. I like it. I think it came out pretty well. And as you'll notice, I also got the cabinets pushed back to where they should be. And now we got a little bit more room here. We'd been rubbing on these controls for a while. And I also noticed this cabinet here needs to be pushed back a little bit because there's a little gap there now. So, or it's out too far. So I'll have to adjust that a little bit. It's always something. So I think that'll wrap it up for this episode. If you like this, give us a big thumbs up. If you want to see more, follow along our journey. Sometimes it's working on the RV. Sometimes it's building the bus conversion. Sometimes it's just going on a trip and enjoying life. If you want to see all that kind of crazy stuff, subscribe, follow along, and make sure to leave your comments down below. We love hearing those. We love seeing those. So hope to see you out there, and have a great summer.